Hey everyone, this is your stimulus check update, second stimulus check update, and stimulus package update for Monday, December 7th. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the second stimulus check. Last week, there was a $908 billion stimulus proposal that did not include a stimulus check. However, I'm going to be talking about some things that some people in Washington have been talking about regarding the second stimulus check and when we might expect it. I'm also going to be talking about the COLA for 2021. I did a video for Social Security cost of living adjustment a couple weeks ago, and I've had a lot of questions that I want to go over quickly later on in the video. In addition to this, I'm going to be talking about the $200 per month Social Security benefit increase that Joe Biden talked about back in November. I'm going to be going over a couple questions I had on that as well. So make sure you stick around and watch the whole video if you're interested in either of those at the end of the video. I want to welcome back those of you that are subscribed to my channel. Thank you once again for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day and had a wonderful weekend. For those of you that haven't subscribed, my name is Justin. I do stimulus check updates as well as talk about your Social Security benefits, as well as teach you how to save money, make money, and increase your net worth. If any of those topics interest you, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And be sure to hit the like button if you find this content helpful. First off, I want to say that I am not making this video to talk about politics at all. This video is strictly to talk about stimulus checks and other benefits that you may be receiving. I'm trying to take politics out of it completely. So just keep that in mind as you're watching this video. So last week, there was a $908 billion stimulus proposal that came out. There was unemployment benefits, there was money for small business, money for state and local governments, there was rental assistance to the tune of about $25 billion that is included in the stimulus proposal, as well as many other provisions for other organizations and other areas of the economy. However, there was not a stimulus check that was included in that $908 billion proposal. So many people are wondering what's going on with the second stimulus check and when could we expect to see the second stimulus check? Well, first off, I want to talk about what Joe Biden said while talking with reporters last Friday. He was talking with reporters after the jobs numbers came out and they were not as good as expected. And so Joe Biden was talking with reporters about this. And he started talking about stimulus proposals and stimulus checks as well. Regarding a stimulus package that may be passed before the end of the year, Joe Biden said, any package passed in the lame duck session is at best just a start. So just remember, the lame duck session is the session of Congress after an election, but before the new senators, congressmen, representatives, or presidents are inaugurated and put into office. So this is currently the lame duck session of Congress. So any stimulus proposal, like he said, at best is just a start, basically meaning that there is more stimulus to come, even if they do pass something within the next couple weeks before the end of the year. He also added that this stimulus bill, meaning the $908 billion stimulus bill, is a, quote, down payment with more to come early next year. So even if this bill does pass, it does sound like he's wanting to have more stimulus that would come after the first of the year as well. And that, of course, is welcome news for those of you that are wanting a second stimulus check, because this stimulus proposal did not include a stimulus check. The reporters actually specifically asked him regarding direct payments to individuals or stimulus checks, and this is what Joe Biden had to say. He said it would be better if they had the $1,200, and that may still be in play. Well, I think when he says that may still be in play, I think he's talking about future stimulus proposals. Although I guess there could be a chance that it could be tacked on to this current spending bill, but my guess is it probably won't happen. And in addition to this, there are two senators that were part of the bipartisan group that came up with this stimulus package as well, that actually talked about stimulus checks as well. So the first one is Senator Mark Warner, who's a Democrat and part of this bipartisan group that came up with this $908 billion proposal. He said, those who want the direct stimulus checks, that will be something a President-elect Biden will grapple with. So he's basically saying, this proposal, we're not going to do stimulus checks, but if President-elect Biden wants to do stimulus checks, that will be up to him to do something with that. And obviously Congress and the House of Representatives, they have to approve it as well. But it's something that would be coming in the future, not as part of this current stimulus proposal. In addition to this, Senator Bill Cassidy, who is a Republican, but also part of the bipartisan group, that came up with this $908 billion stimulus proposal, he said, this is not a stimulus bill, it is a relief bill. And I thought that was interesting that he's not even calling it, he doesn't even want to call it a stimulus bill, he wants to call it a relief bill. He continued, and it is something for the next 3 or 4 months to help those in greatest need. There may be a stimulus check, but that would be part of a different piece of legislation. Well, he said that this is to get help to those that are in most need. I don't know how that is possible if they're not sending out stimulus checks. And what I don't understand is they're spending $908+ billion, but aren't including stimulus checks in it. Stimulus checks the first time around cost about $300 billion to send out. So it would only be about a third of what this entire stimulus bill costs. While there are probably some provisions that are good and some things that are necessary, one of the things that concerns me is state and local governments actually still have funding from previous bills that has been unused. There actually is, as far as I know, some small business funding that still hasn't been used from previous bills as well. However, I think there are very few people that are in need and still have some of their $1,200 stimulus check that is unused. So that's what I don't understand. State and local governments still have funding that's unused. Small businesses supposedly still have funding that is unused. And yet, very few people, if any, that actually need the second stimulus check still have any of their $1,200 stimulus check. $1,200 does not even cover a month's rent for the average American. So anyway, it's frustrating to me that they're wanting to spend all of this money but not include stimulus checks, which I think would be the most benefit of spending this money for the American people. So that's frustrating to me, and I will keep you up to date if anything changes on the next stimulus check, and if there is a second stimulus check that is tacked onto this bill. I don't anticipate that will happen, but if it does, I will let you know. Okay, so I'm going to shift gears a little bit. I want to talk about the cost of living adjustment for 2021. I did a video a couple weeks ago, and I had a lot of questions for people asking me about the cost of living adjustment. Now, the cost of living adjustment for 2021 for Social Security and SSI and SSDI is set to be 1.3%. Now, that is not a very big amount, and a lot of people are frustrated, and I think rightfully so, that the 1.3% is not enough to cover the cost of living increase. There was a proposal of 3% cost of living adjustment increase for 2021. However, that was only a proposal at this point. It was proposed, I believe, back in October, a 3% increase, and it never made it out of kind of that proposal phase. It never even was voted on or anything else. But I wanted to kind of clarify that the 3% is not what's going to happen for 2021. It's 1.3%, and I think it's a tiny amount, and I think it's ridiculous that that's all that it's going up. So I did create a calculator if you want to calculate how much your COLA is going up for 2021. That's on my website, and I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But just know I'm as frustrated as you are, well maybe not. I don't receive Social Security, so you're probably more frustrated than I am, but I think it's super frustrating that 1.3% was all that they increased Social Security for this year. So in addition to this, back in November, Joe Biden talked about a $200 per month increase to Social Security. Now, once again, this isn't even a proposal at this point. I mean, it's a proposal, but it's not even part of a bill that has been proposed recently. So $200 per month is something that he called for and said it would be nice if $200 per month would be increased for Social Security as well as SSI and VA benefits. However, at this point, that's basically just words. There has not been a bill proposed, nothing has been voted on, and that is not official. I just wanted to clarify that because I had a lot of questions about that as well. Of course, if that $200 per month gains any traction, or if actual senators and representatives create a bill that is for the increase of $200 per month in the upcoming weeks or days, I will let you know for sure. And I will keep you up to date on that, as well as stimulus checks, as well as anything that may happen with your COLA, your cost of living adjustment of 3%, if that becomes a bill that is actually passed. I know some people have kind of been confused about that and have heard that other people are saying that, 3% is what we're going to be getting for next year. That's not the case. The $200 per month is not official yet either. Unfortunately, I wanted to, make sure that was clear. Thank you once again for watching. I do hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to focus on those things that are going well in your life. Remember your family, your friends, anything else that could be going well in your life. and look for opportunities to serve others as well. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you again soon.